Welcome to BCPS News. I'm Gabriella Biondo.
And I'm Kara War. On this show, we'll stop by Hereford High School to see an actual working aqua ecosystem up close. And we'll visit with the high school honor band chorus and orchestra members as they prepare for their big concert at the Meyerhoff Symphony Hall.
BCPS News cameras will also be at Cedar Mere Elementary School as they welcome visitors for American Education Week.
All this and more are featured on this edition of BCPS News.
Hereford High School's organization to protect the environment, also known as the Hope Club, has been around for over 15 years. The group aims to educate the Hereford community about their local and global environment. Last month, they partnered up with the National Aquarium in Baltimore to create an aqua ecosystem. Hereford's organization to protect the environment, also known as Hope Club, has been around for over 15 years. The group of dedicated students aim to educate the Hereford community about their local and global environment.
Today we're working with the aquarium to make an aqua ecosystem where we'll be growing brackish water bay grasses and raising striped bass. And in the spring we'll release them.
The aqua ecosystem is a self-contained living environment in which several different organisms, from bay grasses to bacteria and rockfish, all depend upon each other to survive and create a circle of life.
Essentially, this component will filter the nutrients through the bay grasses, which then flow into the biofilter. So we're really just trying to mimic a real wetland. These are the bay grasses which we planted. They're in brackish water, and this is built on a slant so that the water will flow towards the left corner, and that'll help it go through the biofilter easier. Won't have to work against the force of gravity. This is the second component of the aqua ecosystem. This is what we call the biofilter. Inside it holds these, which are called bioballs. They basically catch cultures of bacteria, which flow in from the outside, and filter out the bad bacteria that we don't want in the water. We have pumps in the back which flow oxygen into the fish tank, which is this big blue thing, which we have to measure the buoyancy of the water to make sure it has the right amount of salt and the right amount of nutrients. A big problem with this is that you might get too much ammonia when you leave the fish food in. And then the water from this flows into the holding tank. It's basically a go-between between the outside component and then the fish tank.
The National Aquarium in Baltimore, in cooperation with NOAA, sponsored the project. They hope that projects like the aqua ecosystem will raise ecological awareness in today's youth.
I hope I hope we connect the students with the environment. The Conservation Department at the National Aquarium in Baltimore, our main focus is wetland restoration. And so we want them to leave with an appreciation of wetlands because they are so important. They filter out nutrients in the bay, they protect the shoreline from erosion, they provide food and habitat for wildlife.
The project not only helps the environment, but it also enhances the students' educational experience, as teacher coordinator Jeremy Smith explains.
As a science teacher, it's great to see these kids making connections outside of what they're learning in school, outside of what they're learning in their class, and just to really see them get involved and learn that there's a bigger picture.
Students are responsible for maintaining all components of the aqua ecosystem, from water quality to caring for the rockfish. The students understand the importance of what they are doing and how we all need to care for our environment.
It's important to care about our local environment and our global environment because we live and work and play in them, and we need to take care of it. And so that includes everything from recycling to actively going out and planting trees, a lot of things that the Hope Club does too and tries to get the school to participate in.
We'll be following up with the Hope Club as they release the rockfish and plant the bay grasses later this spring.
I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of the story.
I'll keep you posted.
Stage combat is a specialized technique in theater designed to create the illusion of physical combat without causing harm to the performers. Stage combat training includes combat skills such as illusory slaps, punches, kicks, throwing and holding techniques. At Carver Center for Arts and Technology, the senior theater students are receiving stage combat training, which helps actors attain better awareness and control of their bodies. It is also a tool enabling them to effectively use their physicality to enhance the story they are performing.
In this course, we're learning how to do unarmed stage combat, how to basically create the illusion of fighting on stage.
A piece of stage combat is a dialogue, just like any spoken word. Dialogue is you have to listen, you have to react, you have to pay attention. So there's a heightened sense of emotion involved in these pieces of stage combat, these violent acts on stage, that I think really help a young actor learn their craft in a heightened way.
The primary institution for stage combat in the U.S. is the Society of American Fight Directors, which provides training and offers a widely recognized certification for actor combatants.
We're going to work towards having our tests and being recognized as an actor combatant, which is a great thing to get as a young actor, because going out to workplaces, they see that on your resume and it's very impressive, especially at a young age.
I myself want to become a professional actor, and it's an incredibly valuable tool to have. Basically what we're learning to do here is to get recognized by the Society of American Fight Directors as actors who can create fights on stage.
Stage combat can include any form of choreographed violence. The options are limited only by safety concerns and the ability of the participants involved. As a note, most of these techniques are drawn from actual fighting techniques, but modified to be safer for actors. Stage combat has been around for hundreds of years as a way to make theater exciting without anyone getting hurt. For BCPS News, I'm Kara War. This stage combat class is part of Carver Center for the Arts and Technologies Theater program, of which I'm enrolled in, as you've probably guessed. More than 250 BCPS students participated in this year's annual High School Honor Band, Chorus, and Orchestra concert. The musical extravaganza took place at the world-renowned Joseph Meyerhoff Symphony Hall. BCPS News was there for a look behind the scenes. The sound of music filled the air as more than 250 BCPS students took to the stage to perform at the annual High School Honor Band, Chorus, and Orchestra concert. The music extravaganza took place at the Joseph Meyerhoff Symphony Hall, one of the world's most renowned concert venues. Students selected for this prestigious event are among the best the county has to offer.
To get here, I had to go through a pretty grueling audition, I'd say. A couple months of preparation for it, and a nice tryout.
It's a rigorous audition process that includes looking at categories like tone production, like sight reading, like how they do on their prepared number. And we look at the whole number, and then that's how we select them.
To be a part of the honors concert, I had to prepare a certain selected piece for the audition, and then go through the audition process was very competitive, and then you find out if you're in it or not.
It is special because it is an all-county event of special elite of your children who are who sort of rise to the top in terms of their voice part or the instrument that they're playing.
As the groups came together, a demanding rehearsal schedule was put into place, with the students getting the opportunity to take direction from some of the most well-respected conductors in the music profession. Dr. Robert McCashin, Director of Orchestras and Professor of Conducting at James Madison University. Dr. Karen Kennedy, Director of Choirs at Towson University. And Mr. Melvin Miles, Jr., Director of University Band and Instructor of Music at Morgan State University.
I prepare for guest conducting for an event like this. First is just trying to find the right literature. And you want to try to find literature that's going to be challenging, and it's going to be fresh and new. And so I always try to do that and try to make sure that it doesn't extend the kids too far. But at the same time, we want them to walk away with learning something.
And for the honor band, chorus, and orchestra students, the lesson learned will last a lifetime.
I really like how everyone has an ability level that is really outstanding, and It's just way different from the high school ability level. Their love of music is just really great.
I get to meet new friends that appreciate music, and I get to meet new conductors, and that's basically what I like about it.
I really love the fact that I'm playing alongside like kids that are really great as well. And in this group, you can tell kids really care about what they're doing, and like the sound is just, it's an amazing sound.
I want them to enjoy the music. I want them to enjoy the moment of creating music and doing the music. But that this is a part of their career in Baltimore County where they performed at the Meyerhoff, but that they performed high quality music and music that they will not have an opportunity to perform again.
The only thing you have at the end of the day, at the end of time, is your memory. And what I want them to do is to make the occasion a memorable one. And I want when they leave and when they think about it years from now, that it will always make them smile.
With the temperatures falling and the cold winds blowing, it's time to put on that dreaded winter coat. But for some less fortunate, a winter coat doesn't always hang in the closet. Let's see how the students at Timonium Elementary School are helping to warm things up.
Preparing for winter's chill means dressing in hats, gloves, boots, and coats. But for some less fortunate, having these essential items isn't necessarily part of the wardrobe. So as a way of helping to beat the chill, the Kids Need Coats campaign was kicked off at Timonium Elementary School as a way of helping out.
At Timonium Elementary, we feel like it's important to teach our kids. We're part of a community, and that community includes people that don't have as much as we. There was a child about 5 years ago that said, "Mom, we have so much. Let's help kids that don't have enough." We decided that it would be good to collect, as the weather got colder, coats and hats and mittens.
The campaign, Kids Need Coats, which ran during American Education Week, was jump-started with daily announcements, take-home flyers, and a display of boxes in the school lobby as the drop-off point.
Our community has a lot of coats, and the city doesn't really have many coats, so we need to help them have coats like us so they can be warm like us and have fun.
I helped my dad with the boxes, and my sister gave a little help too.
At the end of each day, the coats were collected, sorted, and laundered, all in preparation to be distributed to the Margaret Brent Elementary School in Baltimore City.
We care about them and that we want them to be warm this winter and stuff, and that we're not forgetting about them here, and we're going to help them do this a lot.
The lesson of giving to those in need was most apparent at Timonium Elementary School. More than 70 new and gently used coats were collected.
I say, look out. Warmth and coats are coming their way.
That sounds like a great idea.
Absolutely.
We'll be back with the board report after this.
The Education Channel keeps you connected to your child's education. Tune in and call in to Math Homework Helpers every Wednesday afternoon at 4:30. Two expert math teachers and their animal sidekicks make math exciting and funny on this live call-in show. Any way you add or subtract it, Math Homework Helpers is sure to keep you laughing and learning. Exclusively on the Education Channel.
Here's Charles Herndon with a recap of the November 21st meeting of the board.
At the November 21st meeting of the Baltimore County Board of Education, board and community members heard a presentation on the school system's continuum of alternative programs. In fulfilling its blueprint for progress, Baltimore County Public Schools is committed to ensuring that all students receive a high-quality education, including those students who are at risk for academic failure, chronic disruptive behaviors, health issues, and dropping out of school. Currently, the Baltimore County Public Schools continuum of alternative programs includes evening high schools, summer school, alternative schools, afternoon group learning centers, and home teaching. To continue to expand opportunities for academic success for all students, 2 programs are proposed for the fall of 2007, and 2 are being considered for possible phase-in beginning as soon as 2008. The first program blends the Maryland's Tomorrow Dropout Prevention Program with computer-assisted instruction to create the Advanced Path Academy. The second is a center-based 1-year program for academic acceleration and behavioral intervention called the Secondary Academic Intervention Model. One suggestion for 2008 and beyond is to continue to study the potential of the Connections Academy, which would make home and hospital program available to students via the internet with the support of highly qualified teachers. The other suggestion for 2008 and beyond is to consider phase-in implementation of a partnership with Job Corps for older and overage students. Through this partnership, the Job Corps program would be combined with a Baltimore County Public Schools directed academic intervention and acceleration program. In other business, the board approved an almost $4 million supplement appropriation to the fiscal year 2007 budget. This supplement included $1.6 million for the Maryland's Tomorrow Advanced Path Academy Dropout Prevention Program at Chesapeake High School, $2.1 million for a secondary academic intervention model, and $300,000 for renovations at the Data and Technology Backup Site being developed in partnership with Baltimore County. The November 21st board meeting may be viewed right here on the Education Channel on Mondays at 7 o'clock p.m., Thursday nights at midnight, and Sundays at 12 o'clock noon. The next regularly scheduled meeting of the Baltimore County Board of Education will be held on Tuesday, December 5th at 7:30 p.m. The meeting will be held in the ESS building at Greenwood, 6901 Charles Street in Towson. The public is welcome to attend all open meetings of the Board of Education. For BCPS News, I'm Charles Herndon.
This year's theme for American Education Week was Great Public Schools, a Basic Right and Our Responsibility. We visited Cedarmere Elementary School during American Education Week, where that theme is demonstrated every day. Check it out. Cedarmere Elementary School was one of many Baltimore County public schools that welcomed visiting parents to American Education Week. It was a week where parents could see their shining stars in action.
American Education Week gives us an opportunity to celebrate all the wonderful things that are happening at Cedarmere every day of the year. As our parents come through this week, they're going to see creative artwork, student writing posted, our reading wall of fame as our students try to read 10,000 books this year, information about our character education program. So it's a time to celebrate what we're doing here that's good for children.
Parents were able to observe and see why it's important to be involved in their child's education.
American Education Week is a great opportunity to visit schools like my own daughter's school, Cedarmere Elementary here in Reisterstown, northwest Baltimore County, and really gain an insight into what administrators, staff, teachers, and parents are able to accomplish together on behalf of children's education.
Students also felt it was important for their parents to be here and to be involved.
I like American Education Week because my parents can sit and watch how I'm doing in class, and they can think how good I'm doing, and they won't worry about me.
Then they can see how I'm doing, and they don't have to pretty much get worried about it, or they can just know if they need a conference or not.
Teachers want to continue to work with parents so together they can provide a successful learning atmosphere.
I think it's very important for parents to attend American Education Week because it gives the parents the opportunity to see their kids in action and working cooperatively with other kids as they learn. It also shows their interest as a parent in their child's education, and it shows their commitment to their child and their expectations as well.
In order to keep this year's theme for all years to come, we need to continue supporting our teachers and students.